And we're live. We I have a guest in the wings, and I hope to have many more if you join. And there's probably nobody watching apart from the guest at the moment. There doesn't appear to be anyway, unless you're all being very secretive. But welcome to NoChaNoMa, Simon's living room. Here I am back in my living room with my fuzzy green screen. But it's much more HD than it was. I was talking to my guest about it earlier, about the live streaming from StreamYard on my phone, and I'm not quite Minecraft, but getting close to it. Still, it's better than nothing. Anyway, more to the point, what are we here? What are we doing? What's the reason for all this? It's my current roundtable members' suggestion that we have a roundtable discussion on the show. And so without further ado, I shall put him on the spot and he shall have to discuss. And here we have... Oh, Solo, there we are. I'll put it on. There we are.
I am, yeah.
This is Dibble, everybody. Dibble, who often appears in the comments, and you will now see him in real life.
I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologise.
Not that there's anybody watching, I don't think.
There's nobody watching at the moment, but we do this. I mean, we have to maintain form, you know, so that people watching after the event...
If up a bit. Proper form.
Hello. Who's messaged me? Somebody's messaged me. He's probably saying... that's it. It's my friend, one of the shamisen ladies. In August, you've taken a holiday, so they're not sure yet. I had shamisen players on the show last year or earlier this year from Berlin, and then the coronavirus thing happened when I wanted them on the show again. And I've been in touch with them recently, and they've just started re-emerging out of coronavirus lockdown and have done shows and so on. But now one of them says that they're taking a holiday. So yes. Anyway. Where were we? We're here. We're at a square table. So it's not yet round. We shall shave the edges off.
Might turn into a triangle.
Or a triangular table. The Knights of the Triangular Table, the lesser known medieval historical myth.
Actually, there are historical records of round tables.
This is probably where it comes from. Yeah, I would say. Yeah. Excuse me. It's. I couldn't do this on on my walkabouts. It would have been I would have to have a paper bag and a
little brown paper bag.
So I can do it on air. So if anybody does else turn up in the comments and does feel like joining the triangular table in order to make it slightly more round, what you can do is I will give you my Gmail address if you're not connected with me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or anything like that, or you don't have any of those kind of an account. I shall put my Gmail address in the comments, and to fear for my life. No, I shall then be able to. You shall be able to send me your email address, and I can then add you to the show, as it were. Assuming you have all the facilities available to do that. We just need a smartphone and some decent lighting and something and intoxicating liquids. But anyway, here we are.
I don't know where I put my intoxicating liquid, but I don't think it's the right time of day for Cointreau.
Well, it's any time of day, really. It's what does that make me sound like? I don't know. Anyway, here we are.
Like a wino.
Right. Introduce yourself, Dibble.
I'm Dibble. This is me.
This is it. This is him. It's Tomo. Tomo's here. Tomo said she couldn't join, but she will. Hi, Tomo.
Couldn't or just didn't want to.
I don't know. She could be in the bath. Usually it's her bath time. So I mean, yes, you didn't really want to join from in the bath.
Just it's not Crazy Anne.
So this is viewers introduce each other and see themselves. So Tomo's here. Dibble, yes, you were about to explain who you were, why you're here, and what you do, and what is your Japan connection? That would be
I'm just a big fan of Japan.
Mm-hmm.
I've wanted to go to Japan, and I did eventually. Ever since I started watching Shogun.
Ah,
That's what piqued my interest.
yes, you can speak English, Tomo. You do. I mean, all right, perhaps it's hard work, but we would accommodate you, and I
It's
would
okay,
speak one or
Tomo.
two words of Japanese.
I don't speak Japanese, so we'll get
Yeah,
away.
yeah. So it is when you. I'm assuming you watched it for the first time round.
I've got the box set around here somewhere.
Yes, but I mean, when it came out on
Oh yeah, when it first came out, Richard Chamberlain's like, how was he acting?
yes, it's yeah. Shh. But yes, I mean,
And what was it? Reefs, John Reefus Davis. I can't
John
remember.
Rhys Davies.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I preferred him.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
and
goes
also,
to show I did actually watch it because I remembered he was in it.
ah,
The only two that I did remember was in it.
yes, and then I watched it. Then I think I watched it with my parents once a week. It was on once, and there was no way to record it back then. And so it was just I didn't really sort of take any notice of who was in it particularly. I didn't remember the credits or anything like that. And it was only years and years and years and years afterwards that I sort of bothered to watch it again, and then found out who was in it.
Yeah, I say I watched that. It piqued my interest.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I want to go to Japan, and then it was research.
Ah,
I'm a addictive researcher.
Ah, so this was back when the Shogun came out in about 1980. So what was the sort of distance in time between having your interest
I first went to
peaked?
Japan in 2002.
So it's quite a lot of research then in between.
Well, first of all, it was research, but it piqued interest in me to take over. In 1980, I was like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Get job.
Mm-hmm.
Start saving.
Wow, God! If I'd saved since my interest wasn't peaked in Japan at that point.
I started saving when I was about 22, 23.
Mm.
This is the first time I got a job where it wasn't paycheck to, yes, please. Sorry. Someone's yelling at me if I want coffee. I never turn down coffee. 22, 23, started saving. By the time I was 32, I was travelling.
Mm. Outside of the UK, presumably then.
First long haul flight, Tokyo.
Ah, right.
Actually,
So that was your first visit to Japan.
Second flight, and first one was to Glasgow.
Mm.
Not exactly what you'd call a long flight.
No, just like testing the water.
Testing. I never want to fly with Ryanair again.
All right. I can't imagine Ryanair going to Japan. No.
I went with Lufthansa via London City Airport.
Oh yes, I've been once to London City Airport. Mm.
Yeah, everybody only ever goes once.
My sort of now ex-wife from Belgium sort of came to England via London City Airport to visit me once.
It's a scary airport to land at. It's not so bad to take off from, but landing it ain't a pretty. What do you think? You're coming into the airport. You're looking at the runway. On one side, you've got a dock. On the other side, you've got the River Thames.
Oh, you'll be all right. You'll float. So this was So what year would this be? Sort of
2002.
2002. Yeah. So before all the hype that we've got now So what was it like then when you arrived? There were no like random YouTubers wandering about. I mean, some of them have been.
It wasn't even YouTube when I was wandering.
That's about. Right. Yes, 2007 is YouTube. So yeah. So you were free of all that.
I was also free of a digital camera.
Yes, sort of Instaprint and or Boots, like taking your photographs to Boots.
I went into my local photography shop with this literally carrier bag full of rolls of film and said, "Can you do me a deal?" And they said,
at least you got them printed up. I mean, I've got stuff on my old phone and this phone or on the SD card, and that that's never seen the light of day.
And the second trip was a digital camera. I took as many photos in 3 weeks on the second trip as I did on the 3 months with a 35mm.
So what was it? I mean, when you got there, did it was your piqued interest sort of justified, satisfied? What was the?
Yes, and it was the culture shock. Everybody talks about the culture shock. I knew it wouldn't be feudal Japan.
It wouldn't be shogun. Yeah.
No, but that is the thing that brought me there. The history.
So, I mean, given that, did you sort of go to the locations in Shogun or
only one place? And I showed you the photo.
Yeah, Osaka Castle.
Himeji.
Yeah. Himeji Castle. Yes, I've only seen that from the train.
Yeah, well, the picture I posted on the link I gave you in Facebook. That was one of my photos from there.
So, I mean, for the rest, I mean, you've done your research, and what were you aiming to do? I mean,
experience. Actually, Japan changed my life.
Oh, right.
Prior to going, I used to be a really fussy eater. I don't like that. Have you tried it? No. I come to a mental conclusion: eat, then ask.
Right. When you went to Japan, yeah, sort of because you didn't know what it was because of the language, because of all you couldn't read the language, and sort of, what have I just eaten? Is it safe?
Well, I didn't try fugu. Let's put it that way.
I was just going to say.
But I say one of my favourite foods in Japan, and it would be looked at as a simple dish, is grilled eel over rice.
Unagi. Yes. Oh, yes. That's, I totally agree there. I've only had it a couple of times, but the sauce on the unagi is rather good.
Let's put it this way, Simon. If I had the money, I would fly to Japan just to eat unagi.
All right.
You can get it in the UK. It's rubbish. But
yes. Have you asked Tomo if she's still watching? Do you like unagi, Tomo? I mean, would you sort of say that's one of the best things in Japanese cuisine?
Thank you. Incoming coffee.
Jolly good. As I had, I think I can't remember the first time I had it, but. I had some with Victor, not Victor Givia for Ekman, but Victor Gonzalez. He was on the show a couple of years ago, and I sort of I was friends with him for a while before this show, and met up with him in Japan, and he was on his lunch break from work. And we met up at the Godzilla statue, not the giant one in Shinjuku, but there's a little statue somewhere. I can't remember where it is.
I don't even recollect seeing Godzilla statue when I was there.
A restaurant, and we went for unagi, and I had it with the green tea poured onto the rice and everything. Oh, very nice.
I also had my research wasn't particularly.
Your microphone's. I can't hear you, Mark. Something's happened. You've gone all quiet.
Okay, can you hear me?
You must have knocked a wire. You're not on mute.
No, I'm not on mute. Let me check.
Still not. Still can't hear a word. Ladies and gentlemen, this is technology for you. All of a sudden disappeared. What happened? The coffee. That will have done it. Hang on. I'll be back.
Can you hear me now?
No. That's a silence. Well, I can lip read. Oh, right. It's sorry. Tomo can hear us both. It's me. I'm sorry. I turned a dial. Carry on.
Good job I didn't actually say what you could lip read.
Thank you, Tomo, for pointing out my idiocy. Unagi looks like snake. Yes. Well, I don't know. I've never had snake actually, but
I have.
yeah. What's it like? Sort of chickeny? I should imagine it's because it's
Actually, I don't like when people say, "Oh, snake tastes like chicken." Snake tastes like snake.
all right.
Yes, it has a similarity to chicken, but
Well,
so
yeah.
does turkey. But what does turkey taste like?
Yeah, it doesn't taste like chicken, no. Yeah. Or pheasant or anything like that, yeah. Or duck.
I've had duck. Duck's lovely.
It's chewy. So yeah, so you went there and you experienced the culture shock.
Yeah, I walked around for 3 months.
Mm.
I did as much travelling by slow public transport, buses, or on foot as I possibly could.
So yeah, this is 2002. So you've not got Google. You've not got sort of Google Translate. You've not got Google Maps. How did you do that without immense
Everybody
amounts
spoke
of
English.
you've
No, communication isn't necessarily language. It's spoken language, I should say. People need to learn how to communicate without using spoken language.
So there was lots of, you had a bag full of pencil and paper and
Mannerisms,
yeah,
body language.
I want to go here.
Staying there with your the legs crossed, going, help! I found the Japanese to be extremely helpful people. Sometimes a little too helpful for the Western.
Yes, they drop what they're doing and they come and take you to the station, follow you all the way, and okay.
Yeah, I was lost in Tokyo Station, which is quite an easy thing to do.
Yes, I have. I've been there, done that. Yeah.
And this gentleman came to give me a hand. He didn't know what I was saying and didn't know where I was going, but kept saying, come. Very helpful.
Yes, it would never. The same would not happen in London. I doubt. I seriously doubt that would happen in London.
And because of, I respect the culture, and I was being extremely polite. I followed him politely, bowed when he left, and then went to find the actual platform I had to go to.
Yeah. I just asked somebody in a uniform with a hat. Sort of, I've got to be at this, got my Shinkansen. I've got like 10 minutes to get it. Fuck, where am I?
I also got yelled at by a station platform guy. I was standing beyond the electronic barriers that close to keep you away from the train. I didn't even see them.
All right. Yes. No, as long as you're in the right queue at the right position, you'll be all right.
I'll take it. The Shinkansen was an interesting experience for me. I wasn't quite as wide as I am right now, but I am 6'3".
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
No, I love the Shinkansen.
Oh God, it's an experience. If you only do one thing in Japan, travel on the Shinkansen.
And
if you go all the way to Japan for just the Shinkansen, you're sad.
It is a lot. It is. Still, I mean, it makes the Japan Rail Pass worth it. Yeah,
didn't have one of them either.
Oh no, you didn't. Oh dear. All right. So no wonder it cost you a
fortune. It wasn't worth the sort of travel I was doing.
Oh right, yeah. If you're using just like buses and regular trains,
and local trains.
Yeah. Then yes, it's not worth getting the JR pass. But I had to go from Tokyo to Yamaguchi and back, so it was unavoidable, really.
I went to Okinawa by ferry.
From Tokyo?
From... Where was I? I can't remember where I went from. I'd have to look at a map of Japan to... But it took 48 hours.
Good grief. I mean, yes, I mean, travel. I've managed sort of 5 or 6 hours. And that's with the Shinkansen, and that was enough.
Yeah, I went by ferry. I had a return ticket on the ferry, and I flew back.
It's like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore.
However, the travel on the ferry wasn't too bad because I had some bottles of whiskey with me.
Tom was saying that the Shinkansen is pretty expensive than the sort of the local planes. Yes, my friend in Tokyo was saying the same, that you can just basically hop on a local plane, and it's not all that much different in terms of price to the Shinkansen. In some cases cheaper. And I was explaining to her that what about all the fuss of getting to the airport and checking in and everything. I'm not quite sure whether I'd bother doing that.
Well, the thing is, the Shinkansen was partially built to relieve air travel and to make commuting a lot easier in Japan.
I found it terribly easy. All I had, I did my research and in advance. I booked I sort of looked up all my Shinkansen routes and times and everything, and I have them in a big file. And I would go to the station, and I would go to the Shinkansen desk and open my file on the desk and say, I want this one this time, and I want a window seat, please. And then just flash my JR pass, and it was all sorted.
The main line I took was a Tokado.
Yeah, so that goes Shizuoka and beyond.
Well, I love Hakone.
Hakone, I've never been to Hakone. I mean, you have to stop and go up to Hakone.
Yeah, it's got a little railway that runs up the side of the cliff. Basically, it goes up one section, you see the driver walk through to the other end of it, and then it goes zigzags up the mountain.
Wow. Well, that sounds fun. No, but it's nice scenery around there. I think at one point I was going to go in 2017 when on my 2017 trip. Before it was all in preparation. Me and my friend from Tokyo were going to go to Sosenkyo Gorge, which is in sort of the Hakone area. Very nice, and only about an hour and a half or so outside of Tokyo by train. But yes, once you get outside Tokyo and sort of slightly north, it gets a bit more rugged. Yeah. And
I like Nara and around that area.
I've never got to Nara, which is it south of Kyoto?
Nara is north of Tokyo.
But north of Tokyo, but south of Kyoto, or southeast of Kyoto, if I'm correct or not. I'm trying to think. There we are. Mental picture.
Kyoto is south of Tokyo, and Nara is north of Tokyo.
Hang on, Tomo is in Shikoku, but I'm relying on her for geography. Where is Nara in relation to Kyoto? I could always look up Google Maps, but and Tomo's never been to Hakone. Loads of times to Tokyo, relatively.
The best pizza places I ever went to in Japan is in Hakone. A place called Solo Pizza. It shows how good it is. I remember the name of it 18 years later.
Yeah, so yes, 2002. So everybody was still using flip phones and stuff. Yeah. Nara is next to Kyoto. There we are. That's a good compromise. It's next to, neither south, north, east, or west, but next to. I thought it was like it's not that far away.
I must be thinking of the wrong place. Nara is next to Osaka. I'm looking at Google Maps right now.
Yeah.
What am I thinking of then? About far north I've been is Sendai.
No, that's north of Tokyo. I know that's north
Yeah.
of Tokyo. That's sort of I don't think I've been all that far north.
Oh no, it's not. No, it's Nikko.
Nikko. Ah, yes. Kansai area. So it's Nikko. Yes, Nikko, where the grave of Tokugawa Ieyasu is. Yeah,
Where the sculpture of the three monkeys are.
that's right. Yeah, I've never been there. It's one place I should really go.
I've been to Sado Island.
Oh, well, I was talking to you before about my friend going to that Okinawan island, and the other one she was thinking about was Sado Island. But apparently that's very
Island's
nice.
got two things that I enjoyed greatly.
Mm.
Sado Island makes fantastic sake.
Oh, right.
And I like the Kodo drummers.
Ah.
And that's where they're based.
Are they not universal in Japan, or is it just
Kodo is a particular sort of taiko drum, and their Kodo drummers are based on Sado Island.
Oh, right.
I'd love to go and see a live concert on Sado Island of the Kodo drummers. I saw them at the Barbican Centre in London, but not quite the same.
Not quite. No, it's surroundings slightly different.
One thing they want on Sado would be an outside theatre.
Mm-hmm. And it's from what photographs I've seen and everything, because I was like researching for I shall go to my background and show the other island. Hang on, there we go. Transfer. Whee, there we are. And this is the hang on, my green screen's gone all wonky.
Gone all green.
This, there we are, and I press playlist. Play. Press pause. There we are. Was it not going? No, looking at the wrong thing. There we are. So this is the other island. This is not Sado Island, but this is Okinawa Island, or an island near Okinawa. Just for some visual interest. But yes, I've only seen taiko. I've never seen taiko in Japan. I've seen taiko here because there's like Japanese societies here who mostly seem to be either to do with the like fighting sports or taiko. That's the only two Japanese things you can do here, or ikebana.
It's about as up to a few years ago, if you go into anywhere in the UK and I talk about Japan or Japanese food, they'd point you towards the Oriental food section that was full of Chinese.
Yeah.
And if you ask for ramen, they'd point you towards a pot noodle.
Now, Tom was saying maybe Dibble knows more about Japan than she does. Could be. I mean, not a lot of Japanese travel much within Japan. Well, they're trying to encourage that now, aren't they? With this go to Japan
incentive.
Yeah.
But then again, I've done a bit of traveling. I've been to America about 5 times. I've been to Japan twice. I've seen the inside of Frankfurt Airport.
I've seen the inside of Frankfurt Airport and the runway. Briefly, that was my one stopover once when I did a trip to Japan.
Yeah, well, that was my city airport to Frankfurt to Tokyo. I wasn't bad. I was only running. The flight was only delayed at London City by 10 hours.
Oh, God.
I'm running a bit behind. Good job. That was a 3-month trip.
Yeah. All right. Oh, now we've jumped to Kagorazaka.
But yeah, I can't walk around like I used to. Bad knees. But I like to, the way to see a city is just pick a random station on the railway line, get off, walk.
I was just chatting before with my friend in Tokyo, and she walks a lot. She really enjoys it. But she discovered that through doing this, she discovered that the stations are really, really too close together in Tokyo. You
take London Underground.
You
look at the map of London Underground and then do a geographical map. of the rail underground stations. You could spend 20 minutes traveling from station A to station B, and they're literally just around the corner from each other.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
So,
Tomo, I doubt I know less about Japan than you. I know more about Japan. Take that, reverse it.
Yes, we're not getting our usuals in here. Perhaps they've been scared off by the fact that they might get invited in. I was half expecting sort of Perk and Vince to turn up, but they probably thought, "Oh God, no."
Well, I'm basically a shy person, but I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a kind of like ideal. I mean, you can't see Tomo sat there looking at you.
It's like when I used to do carnivals, dressed up in costume. I'd never do what I did in carnivals if I was actually not in costume.
Well, yeah, mind the boggles.
I was Postman Pat, Simon.
Oh, right. Oh God.
I was an 8 foot tall Postman Pat. In the costume.
In a costume. Party on, Postman Pat.
Yeah, basically.
Oh God.
Going up, talking to the kids.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that normally.
No, I
generally
don't do. I don't do that. So the next time you went to Japan, the 3-week time, sort of how long a sort of gap was there between?
2 years.
2 years. Oh, so right, you didn't leave it too long. So
and then I left it another 18 years and still dreaming about going back.
Right. Oh God. Yeah. So it's a lot. Yes, and a lot may have changed. So when you get there. Yeah.
Well, I think it was the first trip. I also went to Kobe.
Oh right. I've only passed on the station, Shinkansen on the station there. Sort of
absolutely the worst youth hostel in the whole of Japan is in Kobe. Let's put it this way: the doors didn't even have any room. The rooms didn't have any doors on them.
Oh right, no. Yes, that's a bit.
It was a dive. But hey, take the bad with the good.
This was on the second trip. So,
I think that was the second trip. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was amazed because it wasn't too many years after the major earthquake.
Oh yes, 95 was the. Yeah.
And the city didn't even look like it had been touched by a major earthquake. They'd completely rebuilt it in a very relatively short amount of time.
Oh, this is the thing with Japan. So one of the things, on positive things and a negative thing. So the negative thing being that the buildings are not designed to sort of wear well and to be torn down and rebuilt. Because obviously with the anticipation of a disaster, you don't want to be investing that much money into it all. But on the other hand, it does make for not very remarkable buildings.
I do like, the street on your view at the moment. This is a typical back street.
Yeah.
But every now and again, you get the cedar-framed buildings that have survived the last 10 earthquakes without really taking any damage. So you've got all these cookie cutter houses and buildings, and then this beautiful old 300-year-old building just plonked in the middle of it.
Tucked away, yes. I mean, I've walked around, obviously, a lot of places like that. There's certain areas, but I mean, I'm talking mostly Tokyo here. So a lot of the sort of like the sort of various areas of Tokyo.
There's an area of Tokyo, and I can't give you the name of the area, but there's quite a lot of the cedar buildings still standing. And I stayed in it was a little bed place, it wasn't anything special. What are you doing here? I'm on holiday. Why are you here? Because this is the experience.
Yeah. Yes, Tom was saying, sadly, yes, sort of like the buildings, those buildings disappear quite often. Yeah.
But they also survive earthquakes very well because they are made of wood. They're pinned together. And when the building rocks, the joints move.
Yes, and it's sort of like it's like suspension, almost like
It's like the old temples. They've got large logs suspended in the rafters. So when the building moves, they counterbalance the sway.
Mm.
You see it in giant skyscrapers now.
That's right.
A big weight at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So when the bottom moves, they counter swing.
Tom was saying that she couldn't go to the UK this summer, and you can't come to Japan now. Yeah, that's true. Still not. It's still all closed.
I would say it's going to be at least another year before international travel even comes close to recovery.
Yeah. Well, give me time to save up. That's the thing. It just gets, what I used to do was sort of make a decision. All right, okay, I'm going this year, and then I'd leave it, keeping an eye on plane prices. And then once I'd booked my plane ticket, it would be all hands on deck, and then I'd be on the computer sort of looking for places to stay and what to do and where to go.
Well, I did make a mistake a few years back. I went to Thailand. I had a choice, Thailand or Japan.
Thailand's cheaper, but yeah.
I hated Thailand. I absolutely hated the place.
So, I mean, it's exotic, but it's hot and sticky and a bit grubby, I should imagine.
It's a case of I could have gone to Japan for this. Why did I go to Thailand? But I wanted to go to Thailand, but now I know I don't want to go back.
It's an expensive way to find out. Yeah, I suppose.
It would have been an expensive way if I'd gone to Japan and found out that I didn't want to go back and been stuck there for 3 months.
Oh, good. Yeah. But yeah, sort of, it has to be good. It has to be good. I'm here and it's good. It's going to be good. Yeah. And it is generally. Yeah. And Tomo lives there, so she knows. Although she tends to like to go to the UK a lot as well. So there you could do a house swap with Tomo.
Actually, my second and last trip to Japan actually made me scared of flying.
Well, there's lots of turbulence or something.
I had a panic attack on the plane.
Oh, God. No, I can't imagine what that was like, but yes.
Well, halfway across the world, 30,000 feet up, not being able to breathe is not a fun experience.
Yeah. No.
We did get in an hour early, though, so everybody else on the flight was really pleased that I was having a massive panic attack. So they declared an emergency and increased the speed of the aircraft.
So I have to try that.
So you landed. No, I'm okay. We're off now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't know what it is from the UK, but for me, it was like 11 hours.
Yeah, it's around 12 from the UK.
Yeah, but
12 and a half.
There's not a lot of opportunity to stretch your legs. Right. I've been to the toilet 10 times now.
Opportunity to stand up.
I did enjoy it. I did actually enjoy the flight, though, even though it was that long.
Well, the diazepam makes flights easier these days. But no alcohol.
Oh no! I was availing myself of what would you like with that? I'll have that white wine, please.
No, I made a decision that I would not drink alcohol on a plane.
Oh, why? You don't know? You're not driving, as it were. So.
Me and alcohol have a agreement. I don't touch it very often. It doesn't fuck me up.
All right. Okay.
But alcohol, you increase the potency of alcohol by about 25% on a plane.
Oh, I should fly more often.
Because of the low pressure atmosphere.
Yeah. Yes, it's sort of like the
intensity of the alcohol is much higher. Because it evaporates much quicker and easier. So you drink it, your body temperature makes it evaporate a bit quicker. You get more alcohol in your bloodstream.
I've just learned something on this show today. I didn't know that.
Well, you think the higher you get, the boiling temperature of water lowers.
That's true. Yes, like in the mountains. Yeah.
And as alcohol has a lower boiling temperature than water.
That's very true. So, the 2004 visit then. Oh,
that was just. Oh my God! I must get back there.
Ah. Yes, I had that after my first trip. Yes, I mean, first trip was a complete, unknown, and I wasn't going for Japan specifically. I was going for the actress from Shogun and my friend from Yamaguchi. That was my main reasons for going. But when I got there, besides those ladies, it was also, this is rather good, and I wanted to go back.
The second trip was, can I afford it? I don't care.
Yeah, but yes, every opportunity I would like tell my work, just put my overtime on hold, and I'll use it as holiday. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing that now since 2019. I still haven't managed to scrape enough together. So hopefully by 2021 I'll have enough for maybe 2-3 weeks.
With my first job, I had to quit my job to take the holiday.
Wow, that's dedication.
I gave the company 7 years notice that was going to need the extended holiday.
Right.
Yeah, I joined the company and said in about 7 years I'm going to be. I planned initially 6 months in Japan,
Cool.
But when I went was just before just after the big stock market crash, and that's where all my savings were in ISAs. And I lost half my money, so I only went for half the time. But I said when I joined them, oh yeah, I'm going to need this. Oh yeah, it's not a problem. When actually I said, I'm going to need it. Oh, you can't have it. Sod you then. I'm going anyway.
Yeah, it's typical, No, unfortunately, my work is quite flexible in that respect. Sort of, because
it's not like I was asking for 6 months paid leave.
No. Although I don't know how they would feel if I said I'm going for half a year to Japan, whether they would keep the job open for me. Yeah, God knows what I'd do for half a year in Japan either. There's only so. I mean, when you go as a tourist, you see all things. I mean, Tomo can attest to this. I mean, because she's sometimes a tourist in her own country. You go and visit places that you would normally, if you were living there, would not bother with. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty you could do. You could do quite a lot in 6 months, obviously. But
I don't look at myself as a tourist. I'm a traveller.
Yeah.
I go to explore. I'm not there to do. As I explained to someone when I was on Okinawa, they said down that road to the left is the tourist beach. So I'll go down that road and turn right.
Yeah. When you went on Okinawa, did you see Shuri Castle before? Did you go and see Shuri Castle?
Probably.
It's just one looks so much the same as the other. No, but
except in Okinawa, it's a bit warmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did go to a castle on Okinawa.
Because it's burned down now. It burned down recently, didn't it? So.
If you're ever in Okinawa, don't go to America Town. It's a dump. Well, it was when I was there. It might have got better since then, but it really was what they thought America was, and it was pretty close. Mind you, I did have a really good steak, surf and turf in Okinawa. It's funny what you remember.
I've had Okinawan cuisine, but in Tokyo. I mean, I met up with another YouTube friend, Bushido Devil Dog, who was a former Marine and who'd been based in Okinawa, but then sort of lives and works in Tokyo. And we went to a bar specifically because it served Okinawan cuisine, which is rather nice.
If he lived and worked in Okinawa, he probably would have lived and worked on the base. He'll know the steakhouse that I went to because it was literally right next to the base. And as I understand, they used to get their steaks from the base through whatever means was necessary. I'm not saying they were being dishonest, but I'm not saying they were being honest either.
Yeah. Yes, you don't see you don't generally outside of places like Hokkaido, which I've never been, but I assume there's not a lot of dairy or cattle. You don't see cattle roaming around in Japan much, do you? Really?
They tend to eat the rice fields, don't they?
Yeah, but yeah.
No, but I was doing some research a while ago, and just general things that you don't think of to be in Japan. So I said, I was looking to see if they had a cheese industry, make their own cheese. There are places that make their own cheese in Japan. You don't hear about Japanese cheese.
Not really, no. But curious to try some that is not an imitation of Western cheese.
The other thing I was looking at was honey.
Oh yeah.
I expect you can get some really nice honey in Japan. Nice tropical atmosphere, especially in the southern islands. But you never hear of any of this. Oh, look, this is Manuka honey from New Zealand. Yeah. So I like my food, as you can probably tell.
This is why you watch people like Tokyo Drew and so on.
Shinichi
Shinichi. I can only watch that so much. I mean, I personally am not a foodie, so whenever I pop over to their live streams, it's mainly just to say hello to people I know and them. The food really is not sort of.
I'm talking about food. I I'm saying about my research earlier. I have to say that my research was not complete.
In the sense of.
I didn't realize soba noodles are served cold.
Yes.
That's a huge surprise when you order some noodles and you get a bowl of noodles with ice cubes in it.
What's this? Why?
Yeah, precisely. What the?
Yes, I'm trying to think. Yes, I've had cold soba. Yes, in Shizuoka. Yeah.
But now I know I'd like to try one of them things where they actually put them into that little gutter thing and watch it slide past you.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. Sort of like in a bamboo gutter, and you sort of like.
You have to eat as quickly as possible because it's coming past. I'd like a pound of noodles, please.
Yeah, you can if you can get it fast enough. Well, it doesn't look like anybody else is turning up. This is it. We're stuck with the triangle.
Tokyo Drew live stream and thought we ain't going.
Oh, am I in competition with Tokyo Drew?
I don't think TD's on at the moment. It's a bit. What's the time in Japan right now? It's 9 o'clock in the evening. 9:15. Yeah, I actually have a clock on my computer that gives time in Japan.
Oh yeah, I do too.
Time in East Coast America, so Pacific time. Or is it Mountain time? I can't remember.
That
was Edmonton, Alberta.
I've got Vancouver time, Japan time, and my time on this. Yeah. Well, no, because the Vancouver time was back from when I used to sort of follow Comical Rainer.
Well, I follow a channel called Construction Cronies, but that's all to do with my DIY. And I get hints and tips. And finally, I pass them hints and tips too.
DIY is something that I only sort of engage in under pressure and an absolute need.
DIY, necessary evil.
Yeah. maybe I think are you in your bath yet, Tomo? Are we lulling you to sleep in your bath? Are we lulling the rest of the audience? There is no rest of the audience. There's just Tomo.
Bring up YouTube. If there's anybody else in the channel hiding, because you can go into participants. Can't even say the word. Anybody else in the channel hiding? You can go into participants. Can't say the word.
No, I can just
Not even saying Tomo's here anymore. It's just me and you.
All right. I think she's gone for a bath. Oh well.
That's a style of bath. The Japanese bath is what I want in this from my house when I actually finally get round to winning the lottery and building it. You know, 4 foot wide, 6 foot long, 4 foot deep.
Yes, I could do with something like that. I've only got a shower.
Yeah, me too. I'm soaking in a nice hot onsen, easing all them pains out of your bones. And stepping out looking like a lobster. Hey, you know it's true.
I do know it. I mean, yes, but I did it at 11 o'clock at night in Yamaguchi and nobody saw me, so it was all right.
Well, the hostel that I stayed in had basically a hot spring temperature bath you could sit in. And I used to go down there at 2 o'clock in the morning because being Western, you're a little more self-conscious.
Yeah. Well, I waited and looked around.
Until everybody else
nobody's like all the. I mean, I was staying in an onsen hotel, and I think it was an actual onsen that that they had. It wasn't like heated by themselves or anything, but it was mostly full of old people. And luckily, at that time of night, most of them had all done and gone to bed. So.
I stayed in a Minshuku. Also, they had a youth hostel attached to it up in Hakone, the Fuji Hakone Guest House. Really nice place. Nice, friendly place. But they were an onsen. They had their own onsen on site because Hakone is quite a active area. And you could use the private one, but you had to book it, of course. Or use the public, and it was all outside. You walked outside, it was pouring with rain, and there you are sitting in this 40-degree bath again. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't want to get out because you knew it was cold.
Hello, somebody's popped back in. Hello, third person. Is maybe Tomo's come back? Perhaps he was just having a quick bath.
It was because I'm fascinating.
Yes, if you're their third person, you're welcome to join the triangular table and make it round. Hello, what's that?
What's what? Can you hear it moaning in the background? That'd be my brother moaning.
Oh, right.
They're resurfacing the roads around here.
Oh, they've gone. They came in, saw this, and then, oh, what's this? And gone. Okay.
Yes, I'm out of there. I'm being very careful with my language. I'm muting the words.
It's self-censorship.
Beep, 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 beep.
So have you sort of started making? Have you been doing any more research, as it were, ready for your,
There is no foreseeable trip. There's no foreseeable trip within the UK.
Oh yeah. I'm going to the.
Changed.
It's not. It's still the same. It's still yeah. I heard Leicester was on lockdown, but.
I don't mean as in damn. It's my situations have changed. I've been out of work for a while, and
right, yeah. So yeah, sort of financially, it's not viable. Yeah.
Well, that's why I occasionally buy them 6 numbers on the lottery ticket. And
oh, hello. That's a line. Who's lying?
That's just I'm saying. Oi, where are you? You've been too long.
No, not unless he's in Japan. Oh no, it's just line telling me that my friend Manami has posted for the first time in a long time.
I tried lying for a while. I didn't know anybody, so I uninstalled it.
Well, I've got about more than 20 people online, and sort of I only ever use it when I go to Japan.
We have somebody new in the chat.
Hey, it's Azatours. Happy weekend, Azatours. What's up? What's up? We're talking about Japan. Would you like to join? I have you on Facebook. If your beard is trimmed and you're wearing pants, you're welcome to join. I'm now waiting for a reply.
He's probably run away after that.
Hang on. Search chat.
Crinkle me cough. Oh, that's a terrible site.
Azatours. Okay, Azatours.
This is one of the worst things you can see in your life.
How? I can just pop a link into your Facebook chat here. I shall do that right now. Azatours message. Okay. Paste. StreamYard. Come click that link on your phone, on your PC. Make sure you're decent, and see you shortly.
We have another new one, Ty.
Hello, Ty. You're a bit late, or have you been lurking?
So, Simon, this is a terrible site. An empty cup.
Empty coffee cup. Did you see the link, Azatours? It's in your Facebook chat. Azatours has now run away.
What am I doing? Oh, yes. Shutting down background.
No,
I could share my screen. It'd be really boring because you'd be looking at me, looking at you.
I like those bikes, Ty. Are those yours and your girlfriend's bikes? With the orange wheels and the orange chain, even. That was quite cool.
I don't have my bike anymore. I gave it away.
2 minutes. Okay, cool.
I had a really nice bike. Okay. So I gave it away. Bad knees. Not good for cycling.
They look a bit like BMX style bike. I mean, probably not, but they look BMX style bikes.
He's just getting some trousers on. That's why it's going to be 2 minutes.
Oh, that's not. No, I was talking to Ty. Ty in America with his and his girlfriend have just bought two rather fancy looking bikes. But Azatours, yes, getting his trousers on, perhaps.
No.
But filmmakers should have decent equipment, so it should be, it should be clear. You've been riding BMX since you were a kid. So is there a track near you? I wonder. I used to watch that on television. There was a program on Dutch television for kids when my kids were young. We used to watch that. And they had a BMX.
I was never really into BMX. I like my long distance road bikes. Cycling from the peaks to London was fun.
Good grief, that's a bit of a way.
Like I said, it was fun. It was a holiday.
Ty's got a lot of BMX tracks. And when you race your girlfriend, who wins? That's what I want to know.
Do you win or do you let her win?
Cycling. I did. Cycling around Tokyo would seem to be a good option. I was again talking to my friend there, and she likes to walk, obviously, but cycling would also be you could get a bit further.
I'd need an electric bike.
Oh, there's plenty of them around here. Here we go. Add to the stream. There we are.
Hey, can you see me?
Oh, I can see you.
Can you hear
I
me?
can even hear you.
Yeah. Yes, it's Tommy. See me,
Hi.
hear me, feel me.
Wait a minute. I'm cut off somehow.
Let's try this. There we go.
Oh, look at that. Oh, that's too much crap you can see now in the background.
Well, that's why I have an Okinawan island behind me. You see, so you can't see all my crap.
What's up? How are you doing?
It's hidden by me.
I've just learned that Tai always lets his girlfriend win. This is good.
I have some. Oh, that's it.
And so, how is your weekend going, Hazatours?
Slowly. So, what are you talking about? What's happening in Japan?
Not a lot, because you can't get there and you can't leave.
Yeah.
So we're just talking happy memories of Japan, really.
I see. Well, one of my friends, he's in Japan right now, and he's stuck there because he left. he left. I think last year for the Olympics. I guess was it Olympics?
It's just been there that long.
Yeah. Because he's working in I'm not sure what exactly he's doing, but he's working with a company who set up some sort of stuff for Olympics, basically.
Yeah.
And he's still there.
As long as he's getting paid, that would be good.
You know what? I think he does. It's amazing, isn't it? You're getting paid for a year. I'm not sure what exactly is he doing there, apart from eating some food and traveling.
Yeah.
And you're waiting for Olympics to happen, basically. Who knows? Maybe he'll be stuck there for like next 5 years or so.
Brilliant.
Let's see if it actually happens next year.
Yeah, well, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's all I know about Japan, really.
At the moment.
Really want to go, but I'm not sure when it's going to happen. Probably never. If all this continues this way, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I never, at the age of 45, I never anticipated that I would ever go to Japan. I never crossed my mind at all. But
I was saying at the age of 10, I knew I would go.
Oh, yeah.
So how many times you've been there?
Which one of us?
Let me. So, is it okay? So, me Dibble.
Yeah,
me Dibble. Yes, me. Dibble.
Okay. All right. Yes, yeah. Me Dibble.
Please. Mark, which is me.
Tell me your story of Japan.
My story of Japan once more. Do you know the TV show Shogun?
I'm late to the party, so.
Yes. Do you remember that, or have you heard of the TV show Shogun or the TV?
Oh no.
Back in the 80s, there was a TV show called Shogun miniseries.
Okay.
I saw it when I was like 10 years old, 12 years old, and that piqued my interest for Japan. I knew I had to go and see this fantastic, wonderful, weird country.
What the show was about, though? What is it? It's like
just about.
Yeah, Simon.
I was going to say it was about the arrival of it's based on a book, a novel, and the novel itself was loosely based on actual events, but about an Englishman, the first Englishman to arrive in Japan in the 16th century, shipwrecked there on a Dutch ship, and he became a confidant of the most powerful leader in Japan at that time, and so they romanticized it a lot and everything. But yes, then they made a mini series out of it.
It was about 16 hours long in total, the whole story, wasn't it, on the video?
Something. I was talking to the actress the other day, and you've mute yourself. You've clicked on something, as it is. You've unmute mic. Can't unmute your guest. Their mic isn't connected. You've pulled yourself out.
Or he's clicked the mute at the bottom of the screen like I did.
I know. He's going to unplug and plug back in again. Yeah, and I was talking to the actress, and she said that in Japan, exclusively to the Japan, there's a sort of like a condensed version of the entire miniseries that takes 2 hours. I was trying to think, how on earth do you condense that down to 2 hours?
English guy lands. He gets imprisoned. He gets released. He learns the culture. He becomes friends with the shogun. End of story. The abridged version.
Yeah. Hello, he's gone. He's gone. That was it. That was Azatours. He will never know. And Ty's gone again. He's gone skateboarding or skydiving or something. Any luck?
I wouldn't do skydiving. Why jump out of a perfectly good aircraft?
Oh, my mother did. We gave her like that as a present on the 70th birthday. She had a parachute, of course, but me.
I'm glad to hear.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear you get on with your mum.
Yes, I do.
You're going skydiving. It's a new kind, no parachute required.
Yes, that's enough of Kaguruzaka.
Yeah, my brother went skydiving. He broke his ankle.
Ah. I'm just waiting for him to come back.
If he's going to come back.
If he's going to come back.
Just so you know, the old link that you had will work.
It will. Yes, it does. It does. Yeah, until it'll work until as long as we're live, and then once it goes off, nothing will happen. There we are. He's back again.
Okay.
All right. There we are. So anyway, that was this mini series made from the book was the reason that Mark's interest was piqued in Japan, because they filmed it obviously entirely in Japan, and it was set in the 17th century.
Did you watch the? Did you watch this? I think it was James May who went to Japan. Did you watch that series?
Oh, it was quite embarrassing, wasn't it?
I really noticed that people who go to Japan like once a year and all of that jazz, they kind of upset with those series.
Yeah.
What upset you so much about it? Tell me.
It sort of just skims the surface badly.
Yeah.
It's like skimming a stone. Let's bounce this stone. Oh, that's interesting. That's it. There's a massive area in between them two that bounces.
Well, I can agree. I can agree that it was kind of a very sort of
superficial.
Yeah.
And the guy is a total plonker. He's a very intelligent man, but he has got the common sense of a house brick.
Yeah.
Oh, why did I ask this question?
A controversy on Simon.
Pulling me into this conversation. I pulled myself into this conversation.
Yes.
To be fair.
Yes. Well, it's a good job that Jeremy Clarkson didn't go to Japan. That's all I can say.
I'd love to see that, though. I would love to see that.
Oh God! Japanese English relations would like bottom out, and
there is another guy that recently went to Japan called Guy Martin. You may or may not have heard of him.
Yes. Yeah, that was better.
It was better because he's a very practical person, and he's willing to accept all of these intricacies of the Japanese culture. He went to a Japanese slum in Yokohama. I'd love to live there. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it didn't look like a slum. It was very clean for a slum.
Guy Martin was this crazy dude who was driving cars and sports cars, yeah?
And
motorcycles.
World records, world's fastest cyclist, and
yeah. That's the dude. I was when I watched some of his episodes of whatever it was. I don't remember but he was kind of driving these fast cars and doing stuff. I remember I looked at his face and I was thinking his face looks so familiar, really very familiar face, and like features very familiar. And then I somewhere I saw the documentary that actually I was born in Latvia. And this dude, he went to Latvia, and apparently his grandfather was Latvian or something.
Oh, right.
So it was quite an interesting fact, to be honest. I didn't really expect that, but it was very interesting to me because Latvia is tiniest country. So, it's the tiniest country, honestly. It's
got great castles.
Tiny in the Eastern Bloc standards, or tiny as in the world standards?
Oh, in the world standard, it's a tiny country. It's like 2 million people, so,
yes,
it's nothing.
It looks at Monaco and Luxembourg and goes, ha!
Looks at Luxembourg and goes, we're bigger than you.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, but Japan, really, I don't think I would survive there, though, because if I would, I love retro gaming. So if I would go, and I hopefully will one day.
You'd never get out of Akihabara.
I will probably, that's going to be it. Probably I'll be stuck there for like a couple of years, spending everything I have and getting into debt.
Trying to avoid angry Tamagotchi owners.
Retro gaming as in retro PC, console, etc., or retro gaming as a throw of dice?
No, it's mainly it's mainly like Famicom and NES and SNES and some of the ZX Spectrum stuff and some of the PC DOS stuff, which was Pentium 1 and
Spectrum. Favorite game, I think it was on Spectrum. I know it was on the Oryx system. Was the Nodes of Yesod. And that's an old game.
Yes, it's too old. It's just when as a shorts.
Yeah. But in terms of Spectrum, actually, it's quite interesting that now they've just recently released ZX Spectrum Next, which is sort of updated Spectrum. And they're still producing games for that machine, and they're still have huge community. It's quite exciting.
You have to load it on cassette tape.
Yeah, you can load it on the cassette. Yeah, exactly. If you want to.
But now they have USB ports and just go bump, stomp.
Yeah, or within ZX Next, you can plug in a SD card or something and play all those drums basically of that.
We did have a Spectrum for a while. It broke. We sent it off for repair and never saw it again.
Yeah, used it as a doorstop or something.
Yeah, well, yes, it was the cheapest machine, wasn't it? But
I remember people bringing that into school. And...
It's an IDE hard drive.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, it makes a good book.
I've just paperweight. Or I just recently put together a Pentium 1, so basically from scratch. And the most fun thing was that Acme, I think it was company, they still make Pentium 1 cases, basically retro cases, which I just disappeared, didn't I?
You're frozen. You're
That's okay.
Yes. I mean, when you self make all your equipment, this is what happens. You see.
That looks all right. That's fine.
It's just like it's that bit of gaffer tape has come loose there and holding your wires together.
Yeah, kind of. To be completely honest, that's how my camera looks like at the moment. Yes, it's kind of taped to the stand. Yes. No,
it's still not working. No.
The first system I built was
NoChaNoMa, the Gremlin channel.
266, I think.
Simon, what have you done?
It's my bad influence. I'm terribly sorry.
What? What's that about?
Actually, I've got to go. I'm terribly sorry. I could leave you. I can leave you to talk. If you're quite happy.
To talk Spectrum.
I can talk. I can leave you to talk, or you can connect with each other on Facebook. Well, are you listed as me Dibble on Facebook, Mark? Or
I didn't really hear what you said there.
Right.
Well, it was good to talk to you.
And it was good to talk to you, and apart from that quiet moment, and it was good to see you, apart from the frozen moment.
Well, yeah, that's enough.
We can edit this down into the best bits.
I'm wondering.
Okay.
Anyways,
well, I really do have to go because my son will be calling me in a minute. Where the hell are you?
Okie dokie.
But thanks for joining.
Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.
And thank you, Dibble, Mark, for being my square table or triangular table guest. And next week on the show, I could be in a canoe on a river in the Ardennes, or I could be somewhere in the Ardennes. Again, it'll be.
You were in a boat with a phone. It didn't work very well.
It didn't work very well. We shall see. We shall see. I will make an announcement at some point during the week. Either way, as it was, is frozen on the screen. It's rather good.
That looks all right. That's fine.
But for all those watching after the event, because there's only like one of us actually watching at the moment, goodbye and see you next week. Thanks, guys, for joining.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye.